While we can't cover every example of how automation is used in the compliance area, there's one that bears mention in particular, and this has to do with what many call data discovery. These tools are built primarily for privacy and data protection laws, where you're required to track and manage private and sensitive and confidential data. It includes the ability to find trade secret information that you're supposed to protect as well, certainly. These platforms, these companies that offer these solutions, have tools that will automatically scan your systems, your laptops, your edge devices, your repositories, your applications like Salesforce, find and identify automatically private data. Then once you have that scanning and that mapping, it's much easier to manage. You have to compare that with what you would have to do if you had to do that manually. If you had to manually search your Salesforce databases or your email or what have you, is much more expensive. So here's a case where automation definitely comes to the rescue in a way that is becoming a billion-dollar industry. Before we leave this topic, I thought a visual would help tremendously with understanding how this works. This is my own rendition of a conceptual basis for understanding what's going on. These data discovery tools that are offered by various companies essentially will crawl your system for structured and unstructured data. In unstructured, it's able to go through emails, like the body of an email, or inside a document or a social media post, or maybe onto a Slack site, and identify automatically using machine learning private, sensitive, and confidential information. It can do this with structured as well, whether it's in spreadsheets or relational databases or some other form of perhaps semi-structured data like XML or HTML. And what it does is it takes this information and it stores it and it links it and it tracks it and then is able to protect it. And it's able to do this on an ongoing basis. It can update itself as new data gets put into the enterprise environment. And one of the key areas that it does very well is it links the data. There's machine learning that allows you to take records that look different but are actually the same, so that you can make sure that you have high quality identification of your stored data. So this is, again, a multi-billion dollar industry now, and is becoming really quite the useful tool, perfect example of how um, automation comes to the rescue for something that would otherwise be completely unmanageable. Well, thank you for your time today in exploring this topic of automation with us. Um, we couldn't cover everything, of course. We did look at what automate means versus manual and looked at some examples. We now know what application programming interfaces are and automation platforms. We also did a quick tour of machine learning, unsupervised and supervised, and a very important topic these days of data discovery. Please watch for a video on machine learning, which I think you'll find fascinating, and others that come up. Please do think of us in the context that we've been discussing. We are very well equipped to handle your needs. So thank you again and have a wonderful day.